All right, let's see if I can do this in like a one cut thing, you know? Probably not, but we can try. All right, so hi, how are you? My name's Makasi, and today this is probably my most important video, the most important video I will ever make, you know? And I never asked you guys to like my video, subscribe to my channel, or share my video, but truly, this is the first and last time I will ask you to share any video or to like my video. Not even like, don't even like this. Just share this video with a friend. If you could share this video with one of your friends, or if you could donate to what I'm about to tell you would be my charitable effort. Something else that I would do, if you just show me that you share this video with someone, I will personally handwrite a note for you with my bad handwriting and all, and I will send it to you wherever you are in the world. I will send you a thank you note, and I'll put some dumb jokes in there, you know. Or, if you don't feel comfortable sharing your location with me, I can just, send a photo of my handwritten letter to you, with your choice, whichever you want to do. So, I actually wanted my channel to grow a little bit larger before I put this video out. Like, I've been wanting to make this video since I started YouTube. This is one of the main reasons as to why I started YouTube. I just wanted to build enough following so I can share my charitable effort and then possibly get more funding from you guys when I do go back to Cambodia and do my charity. Everything will be timestamped. However, I really am begging you, like, please watch every second of it, because this script, I started writing the script a month ago, and there's a lot of revisions, and I really want it to be good. I really want this video to be really perfect. So, like, normally in most of my video, it takes me an hour. I mean, not an hour, a day or 2-3 hours to write a script. That's it. And I don't rewrite anything. It just, whatever it is, I just zoom through and I edit it once. That's about it. I don't go back and re-edit it. But with this video, I'm gonna take my time. So I'm filming this, I believe, on August 9th. You probably won't see this video until August 20th or something, because I really want this video to be perfect. So I'm gonna edit it, or I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna put out a raw version and an edited version, because I just want to get the word out to what I'm trying to do. And I believe what I'm trying to do is important, and I want funding. I want you guys to send me money. I'm not asking you to send me money to fund my shopping habits. It's for a good cause, trust me. Just keep on watching the video, please. I'll get into the charity. I'll get into what I do when I go to Cambodia. But first, just some facts about Cambodia. So $1 here is 4,000 real. And you can get a nice breakfast. Not a nice breakfast. You can go get street food breakfast for about $1 or $2. You can get a decent lunch for $2-3 with drink and everything. And Cambodia is one of the poorest countries on earth. It lacks like basic clean water, electricity is spotty, and especially in the provinces. In the main city, which is called Phnom Penh, like, electricity is good, but if you step out of the main city, you won't get electricity at night unless you have like your own generator. And it's very spotty. The internet sucks. The cell phone sucks. It's a very poor country, and like, basic clean water, and they don't really have toilets either, like flushing toilets. Like, I'll show you some photo of what toilets in Cambodia look like. If you're from the West, you're probably repulsed right now, because it's not up to the right standard, and everybody everywhere should have a flushing toilet. And education is very tough, because most children, they tend to stop going to school because their parents will have to ask them to help out in whatever industry they work at, which is mostly farming, or whatever industry they are, like selling food, selling whatever, and like mostly selling food on the street because there's no regulations, or farming. So the parents will ask their children to stop going to school, and they have to start helping out. And even when you graduate university in Cambodia, there's not a lot of jobs out there, because nepotism is very real, and like the people in the higher up, they just give the job to their children or children or friends, whatever. Like, it's not based on merit. Even if you get a degree from the greatest university, the chance of you landing a good job is very rare. Throughout this video, I will also include like photos and video that I took while I was in Cambodia to try to. What I'm trying to do is I'm playing the sympathy card. I'm going to show you how hard it is to live over there. And hopefully this will soften you up, and then you will donate money to me. and when I go to Cambodia, I can help more people out. It's a win-win, you know. You get to watch a video, even if you put me as a background, but please, just once, don't put me as a background. Just watch the video and listen to me for however long this video is, 20-30 minutes, however long it is. Just please, just watch the entirety of this. And if I wasted your time, I'm sorry, but this is something that's close to my heart and I think it's worth it. I hope you agree with me. I will also include some links to like documentaries, to articles about how hard being alive in Cambodia is, and like the poverty rate, the income, like average income, typical job, whatever it is, you know, typical stats that you can read out on your own. I don't want to make this video longer than it is because I already know it's gonna be long. So, but first, before we start the video, this is a pouch of money. So I work in the restaurant industry, so you know, you get tips. So every $1 or whatever it is, I just throw it in there. So I have about $2,000 in this pouch right now. Let me just take it all out. So there's about $2,000 in this pouch, and the entirety of it will go towards my charity effort in Cambodia. Yeah, there's more. I'll take it all out just to show you guys. I'm not trying to flex either. Like, this is money for charity. So not, I hope you don't think I'm flexing my money, which is not my intention if you think that is my intention. But yeah, so there's about $2,000 in here. And I will take all of this to Cambodia whenever the borders open. And I will elaborate on what I would do with this money later on in the video. Please stay tuned. Please don't skip. Please don't zone me out. Just please give me 20 minutes of your life. I swear it'll be worth it. But yeah, so there's about $2,000 here. I hope it's in the video. If not, let me just lift it up. So there's about $2,000 here. There's some 5s, some 10s, but mostly there's 1. So let's put that away. So the last time I went to Cambodia, I have this pouch as well. But the last time I went, I only had $1,000 in here, and I used it very wisely. And I will show you, or tell you, I will tell you and show you what I did with those money. I believe if you live in America, if you live in Canada, if you live in London, Germany, Norway, Sweden, Poland, is Poland rich? Yeah, I think some part of Poland's rich. Russia. Wherever you are, wherever you're in the developed world, wherever you're in a country, and a good country with good institutions to help you if you fall down. Like, if you live a decent life in a developed country, you definitely have some discretionary income. Not discretionary, disposable incomes. You definitely have some disposable income. So I think all of us should do a bit of charity, whether it's for people in the country you live or some other poorer country. Whatever charity you choose to do, I just think if you live a good life and money isn't a big deal, and if you're watching my video, you probably have like a pair of Rick Owens shorts for $1,000, some Raf Simons sweater for $2,000, whatever it is, like, you definitely have money to spare. I think if you're into fashion, if you're watching this channel, like, do some charity, like any charity. It doesn't have to be my charity. It just, if you see some homeless person, just give them some money. If you like an NGO like UNICEF, Red Cross, water NGO where they provide clean water, whatever it is, just if you have any disposable income where you can give that up without hurting yourself, you should give that. You should donate and help your fellow human beings, or animal. If you're into animal, you know, if you support PETA, whatever it is, just do any type of charity. We live in a pretty big bubble, like in the developed world. If we don't sort out these documentaries, we won't know. And I watch a lot of poverty documentaries, so I know that in Central Asia, there's a lot of poverty. In the Philippines, Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar, like, there are a lot of people struggling to just see tomorrow. And we live in America, we live in Europe, where we take so much for granted. And like, the idea of having food all the time, the idea of having basic electricity, there's lights right now, there's like these pair of boots that retail for $1,200. We take a lot of basic necessity things for granted, especially our food, electricity, the house we live in, stuff like that. So if you have the money, please help please help your fellow human being, because there's a lot of people struggling. There are very few of us who are living good lives, but there are a lot of people struggling. 7 billion people on Earth. I'm pretty sure 5 billion are living below the poverty line, something like that. It's definitely close. I love doing charity work, especially in Cambodia, my home country. And if you follow me on Instagram for quite some time, since 2019 or 2018, you know, the last time I went to Cambodia, I did a lot of charity work. Or I posted recently about it because I wanted to gain some traction with you guys, and like trying to tell all the new followers ever since I've started YouTube to like really get an idea of what I try to do with my charitable effort. I try to visit my home country once a year, but COVID has fucked that up. But anyway, we're not here for that. So once COVID dies down and the Cambodian border is open, where I don't have to do too many testing or whatever, I can just land in the airport, get out and go to my hotel, and then start doing my charity work. That's all I want. But as of right now, Cambodia is getting ass fucked by COVID right now. So let's just pray that my country gets better soon, and every country that is suffering from COVID get better soon. Because it's like, you know, we take a lot for granted. I have the vaccine, most of you are getting vaccinated. So, you know, like developing countries, like this, they still need the vaccine and they don't have it. And there's some people in America who have the chance to get it, but they refuse. Like, you see how fucked up that is? Like, it just, whatever. Okay, we're not here to talk about COVID. Anyway, I go visit Cambodia, and you know, once I land, I go to my hotel. The first day I visit friends and family, but the second day I go to the province, and the province is called Kandal, Kandal, which is a bit outside the city, an hour away. You have to cross a bridge. Before the bridge, we had to cross a ferry, but they built a bridge, so we're good now. So I visit Kandal, which is where I used to grow up when I was there, when I was living in Cambodia for a few years, and then we moved to the main city. This is not about me. This video is not about me. So anyway, so I go to the province, Kandal, and you know, I mainly talk to the children because I'll get into that later, but I also talk to adults, and you know, I ask them what they need, and then I also bring medicine from America, like, you know, Tylenol, ibuprofen, like basic necessities that is very costly in Cambodia. So I bring that to them, and then I ask them what they want. And mainly what they ask out of me is that they want shampoo, they want like belts, shirts, jackets, flashlight, because, you know, spotty electricity, battery, like really, really basic necessity that we have every day that we take for granted and don't think twice about it. So once I get that, I write it on the list. I go back to the main city, which is Phnom Penh, and then I proceed to gather all those supplies and then bring it back and give to them, because, you know, they don't make a lot of money and they need all the support they can get. And if I can just give the small, like, I know I'm not changing the world, but if I can just make their day a better day where they can smile once, I'm not saying like they're sad, but like if I can just give them something extra so then they can save a little bit more money, that's all I want out of it. Like, I just want to do something nice for them, because I grew up in that city, I grew up in that province, and I want to help the people. Let's provide you some examples. So the last time I went to Cambodia with my friend Wilson, I don't know if he's gonna give me permission to put this photo up. It's fine, he's ugly as fuck, don't worry about it. So we met this family on the river. So I wrote a little bit of something on Instagram. Am I recording? Okay, it's recording. All right, so I wrote something on Instagram, which I'll post to the left, to the right of me, wherever it is. So and I'll read it to you as well, so you know, you can look and read along with me. So my friend and I, you know, we were walking on the river, and then this little girl right here, she came up to me, and you know, she was trying to sell us corn kennels, which is to feed the pigeons. It's how most people along the river, the Mekong River, make money. Not most, a few people make money that way, because, you know, they can't afford to sell food or stuff like that. So it's a job where it's like the return is large and you don't have to put a lot of money into. You know, you just buy corn kennels, sell it, and then recollect it. Not the point. Focus. I gotta focus. Makasi, focus. So my friend told her, hey, if you can catch a pigeon and then show it to him, we will buy your whole inventory, which was about $4 or $5. She had like a handful. So let me include the video right now. So you wanna record it? you know, she caught the pigeon, and then we started talking. So we bought the whole inventory. We bought them some drinks because, you know, it's very hot in Cambodia. It's very close to the equator, so like it's always 100-degree and no AC, no nothing. You're along the river. It's hot, it's humid, it's dry. It's a really bad place to live. So anyway, so we bought them drinks, and then, you know, we started talking to her, asking her like how old is she, what's her name, where she lives, stuff like that. And then she pointed out to her parent, which was about a couple blocks away along the same river. And, you know, we talked to her mom, and then they called their dad over. And then, you know, her mom had like a big corn kennel inventory. So we bought the whole thing too, because we were talking to them, and Wilson and I, we were planning on taking them out to eat, but we also don't want to like disturb their like the hours where they would be making money. So we said, okay, we'll buy your whole inventory, and then we're gonna take you out to dinner or lunch. And, you know, we took them out to lunch. You know, so some facts about the family, what they told me. So they make about $7 to $10 on a good day, $2 to $4 on a bad day. So, you know, police also bother them because, you know, their business isn't licensed. You know, they just set it up, sell it. But the police, they want to clean up the image, so they don't like people selling corn kennel and all that. So the police bother them a lot, so they have to make a run for it if the police come, stuff like that. And, you know, if they're lucky, if it's one of their lucky day where they make $7 to $10 a day, they can buy rice, fish, or meat. But if it's a bad day, they just have to eat rice with egg. That's all they have. So after we ate lunch with them, we took them shopping, and then we went to their house. And their house was about it's about a 12 by 12 feet house. It's just one room. There's one bed for the parents, and the two children, they sleep on the floor because it's not enough space. And it's a big room split up into small blocks. So, you know, they live in a small 12 by 12 room. They have one TV. They don't have a kitchen. It's a shared kitchen, shared bathroom, everything. It's very dark, and they have one smartphone, which is, you know, it's an essential nowadays. You have to have a smartphone. You have to have the internet, and especially for kids, you know. They get bored very easily. And these two lovely ladies, they're already working. They're like, I believe they were like 6, 7, 8 years old. I forgot. It's been 2 years now. There was something that the mom told me that stuck with me. So she said, we don't take them this way because if they see the mall, they'll want to go in. And if we go in, they'll want to buy something. And we can't afford anything in there. So we were talking about that new mall in Cambodia, which is like, I forgot the name. I'll put the photo up right here. But anyway, yeah. So we were just talking to the kids like what they want to do, because like Wilson and I knew right there and then, like, we like this family. We want to help this family as much as we can, and with the little time that we have, because we met them towards the end of our trip. So we knew we wanted to take them to the arcade, to get Burger King, to get food, stuff like that, get clothes and all that. And so, you know, we were just talking, and the mom, like, she chimed in with that quote, and that quote has stuck with me. And I don't know, it's a sad quote to be a parent and not give your kids what they want, it's really sad, and that really hit me hard. So this is what we did for them. So we bought the whole inventory. We took them to lunch. We took them clothes shopping. The dad really wanted a pair of shorts. We told him to bargain for it, and the mom really wanted a nice dress. And then we bought the kids some clothes as well. They also wanted toys, so we bought them toys. And I'm just think I condensed the whole thing, so like the next day or whatever day after. So we took them to the mall. You know, we took them to play the arcade. We took them to eat Burger King, stuff like that. We took them to Soria Mall, and then we bought some clothes for them. And like there was this one incident where the girl was looking at these Gucci loafer. Is it loafer? Heels, Gucci heel. You know, obviously it's a fake, Cambodia. And like we told her, like, it was $25. We told her, okay, you can either get the heels if you want. I'm not asking your mom. Don't talk to your mom. If you want the heels, we will give you the heel. However, if you don't want the heel, we'll just give you the $25. So you know, so she was getting pressured by the parents. Don't buy this book. Don't buy the heels. Don't buy the heels. Because, you know, she's a kid. She's gonna grow out of it. She's gonna get it dirty. And then she ended up listening to her parents, which is very nice of her. So she didn't get the heels. So we gave her the $25 instead. And then we gave them medicine. I think I gave her a bottle of ibuprofen. I told her what it's good for. And an ibuprofen bottle with 500 tablets, it's about $20. And it's like $20 in Cambodia. And a bottle of ibuprofen here is like $5, $7, $8, which is the price discrepancy. It's super off. Anyway, so yeah, so And then at the end, we gave them like, I believe, $100 to $150. He's like, hey, here's some money. We know it's not a lot, but I hope this will help ease some day-to-day pain for the next month or two. Like, we spent all our money already during the trip. We met them towards the end of the trip, so we did most of our charity work already. So actually, yeah, so on my next trip, I want to choose another family or two. So like, I like the idea of focusing on one family with a lot of funding. And so like, because rather than spreading $200 to like 5 family or 10 family, if you just give one family $100 to $200, this will ease their pain for much longer rather than splitting it up. And like, I don't just meet them on the street and like, okay, here's $200. Like, I really assess their situation. I want to see if they're honest with me. I want to see if they're a good person or if they're a hard worker. Like, I don't just give my money out to anyone. I have to believe that they will use the money well or that they need the money. So when you donate the money to me, it will be for a good cause, and I will guarantee you that it will be for a good cause. Another thing I did, which is sadly, it involves me. So when I was young, when I grew up in Cambodia, we were relatively poor before. So yeah, we were relatively poor. You know, we used to eat rice with just salt, a little bit of meat, stuff like that. We lived in a one-room house. We rented a one-room house. We didn't have a bathroom. We had to share a bathroom with the people living in front of us. Anyway, when I was young, I always dreamt about like a benevolent person coming in and be like, Makasi, you've been a good kid. I'm gonna take you shopping. You could get whatever you want. Sadly, that never happened to me. But now I'm I'm 23 years old. I have money. I can do this. I can do this to multiple children, and I did. So in 2019, when I went back to Cambodia, I took like 7 to 9 children from the old neighborhood where I grew up. I said, "Is there any toy you've been looking at that you couldn't get? Is there anything in the store that you've been eyeing, but like you don't have the money for it?" I said, "Okay, go grab it and then go bargain with the seller, and then bring it to me, and then we'll put it in the bag, and I'll pay for everything." So they just went ham. So like 7 to 9 kids or around that number. It's like, I just get whatever you want. And honestly, like truly, that was the best $60 I ever spent. 7 to 9 kids, they got what they want. Every single toy in the store, one of them got it. We bought one of everything. I'm pretty sure the seller had to go into the main city to get more stock for a small shop, because like I really bought out everything, because $60, that's a lot of money in the province of Cambodia, especially for just one store. So, you know, we got a lot of books, pencils, toys, mostly toys, some food. And then, and then before I left, I took them to a larger store, which had more toys. And so the boys, and they went straight to the RC car, which is a remote race car. Why am I explaining this? You already know this. Anyway, so yeah, all the boys went there. The 2 girls I took with me, they were like, looking at shoes, but I saw it in the corner of my eyes. I saw that they were talking, and they were looking at these 2 pairs of, they were looking at the shoe section. So, I didn't get into it. So I told them, okay, for the boys, if you get the RC car, I'm only gonna buy you 1 to 3 more things, and it has to be school related. But if you don't get the RC car, you can get many more items, and I'll buy all of it. Don't worry about it. So, but they're boys, they're kids. They've been eyeing these RC cars forever, because it's like $7, $8 or $10. It's a lot of money, $7 to $8 again. The family, the Mekong family I met on the river, they make $7 to $10 a day. So for the people living in the province, which is a lot harder, and money comes a lot harder, it's a lot of money. So the kids, they've been dreaming about getting these RC cars. So I don't blame them. So the 2 girls that I took with me, they were more sensible. They got a lot of school supplies, a lot of hair tie, hair clips, stuff like that. So we went back home, and then I just said, okay, the girls and I, we're gonna go buy food. But in reality, I knew they wanted a pair of shoes, but they didn't want to say anything. So I took them back to the shop, and I said, okay, which shoes have you been eyeing? And at first they were very reluctant. They were like, no, it's okay, don't worry about it. Which is, it's a trait that I like. It's humility. I really like people who have humility. So I told them, don't worry about it. I got money. Don't worry about it. Just, which shoes have you been eyeing for months now? And they both pointed these shoes. I told them, okay, bargain with the seller, get me the best price possible, and we'll get it. And then we got the pair of shoes. We got them. They all picked one pair of shoes. Like they're very flashy, with flowers, stuff like that. They're kids, So they got the shoes, we went back home, they showed it off to their family. It was a very fun experience. I had, honestly, that day was honestly one of the best day of my life. Like, I spent like $100, $200, no, 100 something dollars, and honestly, I could not have spent it better. And like, to this day, I still remember it so vividly in my head. I remember the weather, like it was raining at one point, my shoes were getting dirty, stuff like that. Like, I remember that day very vividly. Because anyway, yeah, so on my next trip, whatever that is, I will do this again, but with more children, and then I have more money now. Last time I went, I had $1,000 in that bag. Anyway, yeah, so I want to do that again, but bigger and better and more children, because, you know, that was my dream when I was young. And I'm sure you all have had that dream. If you grew up poor like me, like, I'm sure you all had that dream where it's like, damn, I wish someone just point me out and take me shopping, and where I don't have to think about the price. I hope I'm not alone in this. So that's 2 examples of what I did last time. And then another thing is that so yeah, I already talked about it. So I also talked to adults. I didn't just, you know, get stuff for the children and that's it. So I also talked to adults. I asked them what they wanted. I went back to the main city. I got it for them: the shampoo, battery, flashlight, belt, glasses, whatever it is, hats, shoes, whatever it is. I spent a good amount of money on it, and I believe I spent about $500 in that store, and like, of just toys and basic necessities like shampoo, cologne, and all that. I also bought a lot of things like random toys, food, like even food I didn't like. I just bought them from like individual street seller, where it's like they just have I'll include a photo, like individual seller where they don't have a store, so like, you know, they're not in the best situation. So I just buy whatever they have, and then I just tip them really well. Like, if it costs $1, I give them like $3-4 with food too, you know, with people that push the cart selling food. Like, if I buy them for like $2, I give them like $4 or $5. And tipping is uncommon in Cambodia, so like they get very happy, and like, I'm happy to see them happy, where it's just $5, like $5 can make them smile that big on a hot day. Like, the money, $1 over there is worth so much more than $1 over here. I also saw a group of workers, like they were cleaning this park, and I just asked the supervisor, I said, hey, so I really like what you guys are doing here. Could I buy you guys lunch? It was like at 11 a.m. So I said, could I buy you lunch? I'll buy water, lunch, and all that. Like, yeah, of course, yeah. They'll be super grateful. We'll be super grateful. I was like, so I went to the supermarket. I bought fish. I bought banh mi. I bought rice. I bought like soup, water, stuff like that. And we just sat and talked. And like, they were telling me about their children and, you know, their work schedule. So they work from 8 to 11 or something like that. And then at 12, they get from 12 to 1 or 2 or 3, they get like a midday off, because Cambodia is so hot. People don't generally work in that hours, and, you know, they have to go take care of their children, and then they come back in the evening to clean again. So we got talking. We just sat and talked like 30-40 minutes, and, you know, I got to know quite a few of them, and I hope to see them again when I go back to Cambodia, if they work in the same area. I don't think they'll remember me, but I want to do this again, because, you know, they're hard workers. They're cleaning in the hot sun, they're keeping the park clean, and I like what they do, so I want to do that again. Whether it's the same group of people or a different group of people, I want to do that again. This is the type of charity that I do. So, you know, it's straightforward. There's no middleman. If you donate your money to me, 100% of the proceeds that you give me, if you give me $1, that $1 will go towards the family. I will not take a single cut out of that. I have my money set aside for my own vacation already. My transportation, my food, my hotel. That's my own money. Whatever you donate to me, or if you enter the contest that I'm about to tell you, 100% of the proceed will go toward the people that need it. I will be super transparent about the money. Like, I really want to like ease your mind that I'm not asking you for this money to use for my own vacation, because I know I'm still a stranger to some of you, most of you, but some of you, I've talked to some of you on Instagram, and I hope you know that I'm a good person. I hope you don't think this is a fraud. Anyway, I'm just being paranoid. So, okay, so the contest. So before we start, I will not start this contest anytime soon, because I would like to build a bigger following first, or if this video gains enough traction, whereas like a lot of people want to enter this contest, want to help out with my charitable effort. But at the moment, I don't plan on starting this contest anytime soon, because I want to gain more traction and more following, because I really want more money for my charity. Once a week, I will do a contest. There'll be 10 slots. Now, this is just temporary, so there'll be 10 slots, and then the price of a slot will be from $60 to $130 depending on the item. So there will be 10 slot max. So you have 10% chance of winning whatever item I put up for sale that week or auction off that week. And let's say for the first week I am giving this away or auctioning this off away. So retail on these for $895. So let's say I do $100 per slot. So, you know, it'd be 10 slots. So I would get $1,000 and I didn't pay retail for this. I will take my original cut, put that aside, and whatever the profit on these after shipping and all that, 100% of that will go towards the charity whenever I get a chance to go to Cambodia. So that's the premise, right? So this is one of the items that you could win. But again, that just the idea of 10 slots, $60 to $130 is just a temporary thing. I'm still working on the kinks. The other thinking is that, like, you know, unlimited slot, but it's like $2, $3, $5 to enter. But I personally wouldn't enter that because I like the idea of having 10 slots. So like you have 10% chance of winning. Or if you buy 2, you have 20%. If you buy 3, you have 30%. You buy 4, 40%, you know? I like that idea better. But let me just show you some of the items that you could win. So, you know, if you want my Prada cardigan, like, I'll put it for sale. I'll find a price for the slot and it'll be 10 slots and, you know, 10% chance of winning. If you want this, like, I will put it up. I don't care about these. This is just materialistic item. Like, I'd rather have money towards my charity. If any of you want this, if 10 of you want this, I will make that contest. I will make that auction. My bare knuckle cardigan. I don't wear this enough. Like, I never get the chance to wear it because I wear my Prada cardigan so much more. So if 10 of you want this, I'll auction it off. I don't give a shit. This is just clothes. Like, give me money for my charity. Like, that would make me so much more happier. Like, I have enough clothes. I don't need clothes. The Raf Simons Redux. Like, this is still brand new. Like, this is the, what is it? This is the Spring Summer 22. Woes unto those who spit on the fear generation. The wind will blow it back. So this is the collab sweater. This is 100% cotton. And, you know, for the hype piece, I got you. Don't worry, I got you. So, you know, this Supreme North Face collaboration, brand new. I have not worn it once. Like, I will auction this off, and whatever profit I get out of that after I take the cut of what I bought it for, which was like $350 or $250, something like that. So if I gain $700, right? I'll take $350 back, and let's do some math. $350, so $700, $350, $350 will go toward my charity effort. God, I'm so bad at math. More Raf Simons Redux archive. Like, this is still brand new. I have my own personal one, which is somewhere over here. But if you guys want this, I'll auction this off. What else? Kapital bandana shirt. This is a size 2. I will auction this off, and then, you know, you could win this for like $50, $60, $70, whatever I priced it at. My Prada beach shirt, like, this is still brand new. This is a size small. I have a lot of items that I believe you guys would want. So there's that. What else? A Raf Simons hoodie, which is still brand new in the bag. Like, I'll auction this off. I'll price it accordingly, you know, like, it won't be too overpriced. But, like, again, like, for from $50 to $100 to win one of these items, like, I believe these are very sought after, like, most of them anyway. For $50 to $100, I think that's very worth it, and you have 10% chance of winning that. That's a contest I would enter if I saw one. Hype piece. We're not done. Like, this cause, brand new. I haven't opened it yet. Like, I'll auction this off. I'll price it accordingly. You could win this for $50 to $100, and there's a 10% chance of you winning it. Like, I think that's a great deal. And then for the granddaddy, Rick Owens Kiss boots. I will auction this off, and then you could get this for like what, $100, $150 for a Rick Owens Kiss boot that retail at $2,100. I think that's a great deal. I would enter that contest. I would enter multiple times actually. But yeah, so these are just some of the items that I could auction off. I have plenty more clothes that I believe you guys will want. I'll auction off my Peter Doe sweater. I don't give a shit. Like, if you tell me there's a chance that I can sell some of my clothes and all the profit will go towards my charity, I would do it in a heartbeat. I won't even think about it. Whatever my favorite item is in my closet, I do not give a shit. if the profit margin is higher than $100 to $200, $150 to $200, if I could have that $200 for my charity, I would be so much happier than owning a clothes, a piece of item. I do not care that much. Like, I care so much more about the people in Cambodia struggling. If I could sell one of my item and then have a profit of $150 to $200 and over, like let's say $300, that's a lot of money. That can actually change somebody's month. $300 in a poverty-ridden country, that's a lot of money. And that's very little to me, which make me sound very dickish, but I'm a very fortunate human being. Like, every day I look in the mirror and like, I have such a great life. There's so little place for me to complain, yet I still find a place to complain, which is something I'm working on myself. But I'm very fortunate. You watching this video, you're very fortunate. We live in a great country, wherever that is, wherever you live, Germany, America, Canada. If you're watching my channel, that means you're into fashion. If you're into fashion, you have money, you have disposable money. So like, you and I, all of us, like we take so much for granted. But yeah, anyway, I got too excited. Sorry about that. But yeah, anyway, so far that's what I'm thinking. 10 slots, however much money per slot. I want to raise enough money for my charity. So I'm still working out the kinks. Like, nothing is final. When I do start off this auctioning or contest, I will let you know what type it is, whether it's $2, $3 to enter unlimited slot for a week or 2, or whether it's 10 slots. So we'll figure that out later. Don't worry about that. When you enter the contest, there won't be no losers, because let's say I go with the 10 slots idea, right? The other 9 person who didn't win, I will personally handwrite you a letter saying thank you for entering this contest, thank you for caring about a cause that is very close to my heart. So like, there will be no losers. I will make sure you get something out of this. On top of you entering your money towards a charity, toward a contest that will go to a charity, I will personally handwrite you a letter with my bad writing and all, and I will send it to you wherever you are in the world. I will send it to you. But if you value your privacy and you don't want that, I will take a photo of it and send it to your Instagram, email, Pornhub, Xvideo, whatever reputable website you use. I will send it to you, okay? Like, I really want everybody to feel like they're helping with the charity, and they're also getting something from me, like whether it's you winning the clothes or just a thank you note. And you know, I like the idea of sending notes a lot, and I want to do that more. So you know, this is a chance for me to do that. So this is just a really rough draft of my contest idea. It's gonna change. I'm gonna make it better and more concrete. I hope to do that soon. I've been talking to some of you, and you know, I'm just trying to get an idea of what people would like better, you know, whether it's unlimited slots or 10 slots, how much it costs, is it too much, blah, 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 stuff like that. So I'm still working out the kinks. Yeah, I'm just very passionate about this video, and I care so much about this video. I don't want to fuck it up. So this is why I've been putting it off. This is why there's been so many revisions to the script. Like, I really want it to be good. I really want it to do well. I want this video to be seen by a lot of people, because I really want more money I want more money for this pouch. I want this pouch to be more full than it is now. Like, that's really all I want. Like, I don't gain anything from this. Like, I'm not making a profit on these clothing. 100% of the profit after I get what I paid for, I will, you know, set that aside. 100% of the profit, it will go towards my charity, and I will make it so transparent to you that you will have no room to think, what if he took that for his vacation? What if he took that to shop more? Like, dude, I don't need money. I have plenty of money. Like, I'm doing good. Like, I'm doing my life is, I live a good life. I am not gonna defraud you, don't worry. So, the next question that I want to answer is something that you're probably asking. So, I live in America, so why focus on Cambodia? So, you know, the safe assumption is that, you know, I'm Cambodian and I want to help my people. Yes and no. Like 25% yes because of that, but 75% it boils down to this quote right here. $1 in America, you could get maybe a bag of chips. $1 in Cambodia, you get a solid breakfast or lunch or something. $1 in Cambodia is worth so much more. And there's also in America, so in America there's something called, you know, the food pantry. So if you're poor and you go to this pantry and you can just ask for food, There is nothing like that in Cambodia. If you can't work in America, you can get unemployment. Trust me, there is no such thing as unemployment in Cambodia. Like, if you don't work, you don't get money, you don't eat. There is no institution that you can fall back on. You're really on your own. Like, you're really, if you don't work, you don't make money, you don't eat. It's that simple. So, like, $1 over here, you can barely do anything with it. But $1 in Cambodia, you can do so much more with it. If each of you, I have like 600 subscribers. If each of you give me $1, that's $600 already. I can make somebody's month better. I can make a family month better. They can pay rent. They can get food. Again, the average income is like $200, and that's for like middle class people, $200. But if you're poor, if you're poor like the people I'm helping with, the family I met on the river, but they make $10 a day for the whole family, not just for one person, for the whole family. 2 girls, 1 mom, 1 dad. They make $10 a day selling this corn kernel. That's a lot of money. $600. Like, if I were to go to that family, like, hey, I just raised $600 for you. My friends from America, they wanted to help you. They saw you, they like your story, they like how hard you work, and here is $600. Do you understand how happy they'll get? Like, that's a lot of money. You just have to put things into perspective. Like, poor people in America and poor people in Cambodia, it's 2 separate things. On a spectrum, they're so far from one another. In America, you have like so many institutions to fall back on. In Cambodia, you're on your own. If you don't work, if you can't work, if you can't make money that day, you don't eat that day. And you will have to sleep. I don't believe there's a lot of homeless shelter in Cambodia. I'm sure there's some, but it will not be able to house every homeless people in Cambodia. So, what will I do with the money? So, I think I already said it. I can guarantee you 100% of the profit from my contest and 100% of the money of you just sending me because you like what I do. Like, let's say you send me $1. That $1, that whole $1, 100 cents, 4 quarters, all of that will go toward people that actually need it. It will not go in my pocket. I can promise you it will not go in my pocket. Because I know I'm still like a stranger to you, and like I'm new on YouTube, so you might be a bit hesitant, but if you talk to me on Instagram, like, you know that, like, I'm really passionate about this thing. Like, I don't know, like, if there's a way, if you're hesitant, if you have any hesitance about the fact that I could use this money for myself, like, if there's a way for me to prove it, I will prove it to you. Like, but I think I'm just being paranoid. I think most of you know that I'm a good person. 100% of the proceed, if you just send me the money to just say, Makasi, I like your charity work. This is $5. That $5 will go towards that charity. I will not be the man. I will not take 20% for, handling the money. I don't care. I have enough money for my own. Like, 100% of the proceeds that you give me will go towards that. If you enter the contest, let's say I made $1,000 off the 10 slots and I spent $350 on the item. $650 will go towards the charity. All of it, $650. That money will go towards a person, a family, whatever it is I choose to do, a school, like anything in Cambodia that I deem to be worthy and that they could use to help. All that money will go towards the people that actually need it. I promise you, it will not go in my pocket. I have enough money for my own. I live a good life. I can't repeat that enough. Here's what I'm gonna do with the money, right? Let's just assume that you guys believe that I would use all the money, the profit, the proceed towards the charity. So what I would do with it, so I will buy all the medicine that I can before TSA is on my ass. I will pack it all in my luggage because medicine is very expensive in Cambodia. So I will buy them here, put it in my luggage as much as I can before TSA, get fucking anal cavity search me. So before that, so I'm gonna pack, if the limit is 10, I'm gonna pack 9. Okay, if they said you can only take 10 Tylenol bottles, I will pack 9 on the safe side, and all of that will go towards the people that need it. Second, so I will be visiting various provinces, not just Kandal where I grew up. I will visit other provinces. Let's say Battambang, where is it? Kampot, like wherever it is where I can meet poor people and like where I think money, a little bit of money that I have, that I raised with this effort, that could help them for a day, a week, whatever it is. Like, I will find them, I will assess their situation, and they will get an appropriate amount of money. Or I can just use that money to buy basic necessity and start handing it out to them. The children, I will also use some of that money to, you know, take a lot of children to go shopping sprees. If I get enough funding, I will do this not just in my home province. I will go to other provinces and then, you know, talk to the mayor of that town and be like, hey, can I take a few of the children and, you know, take them shopping? Like, you can come with me. Just, you know, I don't want to be sketchy, you know. So, you know, so I want to do that. I really like that idea, because mainly because when I was young, I wanted that to happen to me, and it never did. But now I have the chance to make it happen to so many other children, so I'm gonna do that. School supplies. I will also get a lot of school supplies for any children. If I get enough funding, I'm hoping to do like a whole school, which is, so a school in my old province, they have about 300 kids. So, you know, a book bag, a couple of pens, or a couple of pen, you know, it probably costs $5 per children. So, you know, 5 times 300, that's about $1,500. If I could do that, if I have that money, that'd be great. I would love to do that. People on the street, I will also, so the people on the street, you know, like people selling food, selling toys, whatever it is, I will buy whatever they have and then give that to the children. And then I will also tip them. So if it costs $1, I would give them like $2 or $3, you know, I will tip them over, because they're working hard and they're working with a smaller budget. So, you know, every dollar counts, every penny counts. So there's that. Again, I'm also gonna, you know, find a family that I believe to be worthy, and that I believe that if I give them like $100, $200, $300, like, it will help ease them for a month or two, I would do that. And if I think like they're honest people, if there's an ounce of me thinking they could use this for drugs, they could use this for alcohol, they could use this for a frivolous thing, if there's any thought coming into that, I will move on from that family and find another one, because there are good people out there. I will take the time to find a good family that deserve the money, deserve our money to like help them. And, you know, I'll also find another family and like take them shopping, you know, clothes shopping, stuff like that, get them food. There's a lot of ideas that I have, but at the moment I want to provide you with some concrete stuff of what I'm about to do. But don't worry about this. I'm gonna make a video about it. I'm gonna be extremely transparent with you guys and like show you where each money will go, and, you know, with each person that we help, you and I help, I'm gonna take a headshot of them as well, and like with their permission, with their consent, I'm gonna take a photo of them. And so, okay, so let's just go to the next. So proof of where your money will go. So the last time I did this, so the last time I went to Cambodia, 2019, 2018, a couple of my friends donated, because, you know, I shared my cost with them. So my friend Rachel, so this is what I sent to Rachel. Like, she donated me $5, $10, and like I showed her exactly where her money went. And my friend Dan also donated to me, I think $5, $10, $20. So this is what I sent Dan. So if you donate your money to me, I will send you a personal email, or on your Instagram, wherever you want it. I will show you exactly how your money is helping and who your money is helping. Like, with consent, I will take photos of them. I will take videos and like make a video of it, and then also compose an email or an Instagram DM to all of you who donated. So if you enter my contest, and, you know, if you enter my contest, which as of right now will be 10 slots. So the other 9 person, well, all of you, 10 of you, all 10 of you, I will personally write you a handwritten note on my flight back. I will write you a handwritten note, like saying like, thank you very much for entering this contest. I know 9 of you didn't win, but I hope this thank you note will be a good alternative prize. I know it's not much, but, you know, on top of your money helping people who really need it, like, this is something I would do to you. Like, personally, I will write it to you, and with your consent, I will send it to you. If you give me your address, wherever you're in the world, if you live in Asia, Europe, Japan, wherever you are in the world, I will send it to you. If you live in Australia, like, I will write that on my flight. However many you are, if it's 100 people, I will write 100 notes. Like, plenty of time on the airplane, so, you know, I'll get that done. So I'll do that. So yeah. Also, yeah, if you donate more than $10, if you donate more than $10 to this cause of mine, you will also get that thank you note, and I will mail it to you wherever you are, like, out of my own money, like, however much it costs to just ship a mail to you. Like, I will write it to you, I will write it, address it to you. your name, your email, everything. It'll be incredibly personal because I really want to show my sincerity, my appreciation of like what you're doing to help with the cause that is very, very close to my heart. So, you know, if you donate more than $10, like if 1,000 of you donated, that'd be great. That'd be great if it happened. But if 1,000 of you were to donate more than $10, if 1,000 of you donate $10, I will write 1,000 thank you notes and I will send it to you. And it's not just a mass email or mass mail, like it'll be personal. I'll include a really, really dumb joke on each one of them. They'll all be, you guys will all have different dumb jokes that I can make, whatever it is, with your name, your outfit. I'll roast you or something. I'll compliment you. Whatever it is, I'll do. Anyway, yeah. And then I'm going to make a video, and then I will also send a mass email or DM, which will include all of the money that I got, and then photos of the people that you helped, you and I helped, and then a few videos. And like, I really want to show you that your money is going to the people that really, really deserve it. And you will see the faces of the people you're helping. And I think that's the best I can do to really make it as transparent as possible. Yeah, again, the contest, it will not be anytime soon. I want to gain more traction on YouTube, on Instagram, whatever it is. I want to be able to put up a contest and have it finished right away, and like 10 slots filled up right away, and then I can send the item to you the very next day after you PayPal me the money or Venmo me, whatever it is. Yeah, so from this day onward, from this video onward, in all of my links, I will include my PayPal and my Venmo. If you like the cause, if you like what I just talked about throughout this video, if you want to help me help other people, help me help other. That sounds very douchey. If you want to help my charitable effort, like this is my PayPal, this is my Venmo. Send it to me with your Instagram handle, and then, you know, for charity, and then I will put that in a spreadsheet, and I will have that spreadsheet for everybody to see in all my future videos. There'll be a link to that spreadsheet of how much somebody has donated, how much money is in my possession right now. So like, it's gonna be as transparent as I can, because this is really a cause that is close to my heart, and I really want as much donation as possible, and I really want to remove any doubts that any one of you may have that I would pocket this money for myself. I hope I've proven to you that I'm a good person enough to not defraud you, and that all of the money will go to where I say this is going, where the money is going. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to Cambodia, so when I do go, before I go, I will make another video and be like, hey, if you want to donate that money, please do it now. I'm going to Cambodia in a week, in 2 weeks, whatever it is. And then while I'm in Cambodia, I will take as many photos and videos as much as possible, because I want to provide you with as much proof of where your money is going as possible, because this is something close to my heart, and I really want more money I really want to help people that are struggling. So there's a lot of people struggling right now, and if I could do any small thing to just change that, I will. So really, and but yeah, so again, my PayPal, my Venmo, everything will be in the description. I'll put it at the end of this video as well. Send me the money. The headline should be like, for charity, or anything along the charity. I'll put it in a spreadsheet. But yeah, I think this video is long enough. If you watch every second of it, or if you just got to the end of it, I know it's very long, I'm sorry, but so I wrote a script, but I didn't really follow it. I remember the talking one and just start rambling. And when I start rambling, I go off on tangents. So yeah, I'm sorry for how long it is, but I hope, and if you are still listening to this part, I really hope you would consider entering the contest, or consider donating some money to my charity effort. I will let you know more details on my Instagram. I probably update everybody on that, so if you want to follow along, you know, just follow me on Instagram. This is not a cry for help. This is not me begging you to follow me on Instagram. Like, just follow me too. This is just for me to update you with how we're going. Have I worked out all the kinks of this contest, this auction bullshit that I'm doing? Okay, you know, let's just end the video. My name is Mekong. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for finishing this video. Thank you for watching my video instead of a million more dumb video. Have a great day.